Hello, everyone. I'm moderator of New York Neil Gallery's fifth festival. We continue our IG Live series, and today I have incredible guests. First guest is Lindsay Hicks, a filmmaker from United States of America, with her wonderful short film, Why I'm a Vegan. I can't wait to talk to Lindsay. She will join in a second, and I'll ask my questions about her wonderful short. It's so original and it's done, on the edge of documentary and animation. So it's more than just a great short film. I can't wait to learn more about it. And I want to say to our viewers that New York Neil Gallery celebrates fifth festival this year, and New York Neil Gallery is one of the leading platforms of international photographers, painters, musicians dedicated to artists who embody diversity, innovation, and creativity. And I'm so excited that today we have brilliant filmmakers who work in different formats. So Lindsay, can't wait to see you. Before you join, I also want to say that New York Neil Gallery was founded in 2017 by Mrika Krasniqi and Anil Zogyani, true visionaries. Where are you, Lindsay? I am waiting for you. Can't wait to see you. Guys, there will be 20 awards given in such nominations as Best Photography, Best Painting, Best Portrait, Best Human Right Image, Best Image of Nature, Best Image of Life, Best Music Video, Best Male Singer, Best Female Singer, Best Band, Best Directing, Best Designing, Best Makeup Artist, Best Song Award, Best Original Video, Best Animation, Best Installation, Best Student Project, Best Experimental Work, and Best Virtual Reality. How about that? It's pretty awesome, right? So many people have a chance to show their fantastic work at New York Neil Gallery's edition. So Lindsay Hicks, and we'll discuss her wonderful short film. Lindsay?
Yes,
Hi! Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I watched your short film and I was just saying to our viewers that it's so original and it's done on the edge of animation and documentary. It's so
hmm
unique. I've never seen anything like that. Where did the inspiration come from for the format?
So I work very closely with Moby,
Hmm.
who is an amazing musician and photographer and writer and all of these
And
amazing
painter.
things. And like all of the things. I mean, there's not really much that he doesn't do. Animal rights activist, and his animal rights activism is something that is really important to him, maybe the most important thing, and incredibly important to me. And we're always very interested in the story of why someone goes vegan. And we think that those are the stories that could encourage other people to go vegan or vegetarian or have a meatless day of the week or really
Hmm.
anything. I mean, it all helps at this point. Even stopping eating pork or stopping eating pigs or stopping eating cows or any of those things are helpful. So uh, I always tell him that his story is one of my favorite because it says a lot about who he is. And it's all based on compassion. His story is based on a realization that, the animals that are closest to us, like our dogs, who mine is sleeping on this hotel bed right
No,
behind
what's the
me.
background?
And yeah, Bagel sleeping right back there. And it's his relationship with his cat that he found, Tucker, that really taught him
Yeah.
what compassion was, and that all animals, all creatures are the same. So why do we treat pigs differently than we would treat a cat? They all
Hmm.
have these rich emotional lives. So he's told me this story many times, and we both thought that it would be really interesting to tell it in a way that felt the most authentic to that story, meaning it wouldn't have one specific medium, meaning it could be told
Yes.
with animation, it could be told with um,
I don't hear you. Something is wrong with the sound. Oh, now I hear you.
um
Okay.
oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, so we started building it piece by piece, and we didn't really know
Mhm.
how it was going to end up. We started with some animation, and then we started with drawings, and then we were like, let's record some of the drawings and make them video
Mhm.
version, like kind of like a diorama type of situation. And we just kept building on it and building on it and finding the best ways to tell all the little pieces until finally we had this final product, and we loved it so much, and it felt like the most emotional way because we went in only trying to find the most emotional way to tell that story. So yeah, so that's how we wound up with that. And
And
then
he
we were
was
like,
like, when he saw the final result of animation, right, and documentary stuff, he was like,
mm-hmm,
I can help with the soundtrack, right? Because there is a
exactly.
beautiful soundtrack. I mean, when you
Mm-hmm,
have a genius, and his story, it's so great because you know that the soundtrack will be fantastic. And once
mm-hmm.
I started watching your film, I was like, oh my God, album play. It's my favorite album of
Aw.
Moby. I'm like, I love these songs. And then I hear his voice and I'm like, wow, so beautifully, everything is said so beautifully. And he
Mm-hmm.
has a beautiful voice for voiceovers. Not
Yeah.
all musicians and not all singers have that, and not all filmmakers have that. For example,
Mm-hmm.
Oliver Stone is also brilliant as a
Yeah.
screenwriter, director, and also when he does voiceover for his documentaries. Beautiful voice, interesting to listen to, and the way he tells the story as a narrator is just as great as the way he directs. And the same with Moby. I really loved the way he uh, narrated the story. It's so
Mm-hmm.
personal, and nobody, would do it better than him.
Yeah.
And just fantastic. And I want to say to our viewers who just joined that Lindsay Hicks' incredible short film, Why I'm a Vegan, is a multimedia short film that explores the musician Moby's journey into veganism and animal rights advocacy. And actually, his fourth album is titled Animal Rights.
Mm-hmm.
It's so
Yeah.
symbolic, and it's so great that he follows this journey and he lives his life,
Mm-hmm.
with his own philosophy. It's not just a one day desire, or like, 1 year I'm gonna be a vegan and then, I'm not. It's something serious and important to him. And I
Mm-hmm.
also want to say that I was impressed with drawings. I had no idea that
Yeah.
Moby draws. It's incredible. And
Yeah, he's pretty good actually. I mean, it was a journey of figuring out. We had many versions of those drawings, and he would do them over and over again until we found the one that felt right. There were so many versions of like placeholders and like completely different things. We were like, no, let's go in this direction. And I would give him homework, and I would come back the next day, and he would have all of these drawings to
what have
choose
you
from.
done, Moby?
Yeah,
What have you done today?
yeah.
How many
He,
paintings? How many
I know.
self-portraits, right?
He loves homework. So it's true. It's a thing. Um, so yeah, I mean, his drawing even, I think, had an evolution during making this because he would do so many different versions and find like, oh, I can draw a pig this way as opposed to that way. Um,
Yes,
so
so
yeah,
creative. And I
yeah, it
also
was
want to
really
say
cool.
that there are, animation drawings by Moby and also Steve Cutts and Lindsay Lewis.
Mhm.
So three artists did animation and drawings for this short. How was it working together with all of them?
Well, Steve Cutts and Moby have.
Someone tries to call you. They always do that when you're live, right? I don't hear you now.
Uh,
Okay, now
oh,
the
sorry,
sound
I
is
had
back.
just
Yes.
many notifications at once. Um,
Just press play. Moby's album or P. Diddy's, album,
I
press
know.
play.
um, wait, what was I saying now? I forgot. Um,
How was it working with
oh,
Lindsay
so
Lewis and Steve Cutts
right.
along
So
with Moby?
Steve and Moby have worked together on so many things. He actually made the "Why Does My Heart Feel So Bad" video that
Mm.
Moby just put out with on his Reprise album, the one that just came out last summer. Um, and Steve Cutts is incredible. He does the most amazing animations. And if you haven't seen the "Why Does My Heart Feel So Bad" video, uh, you Sorry, can you hear me? You definitely should. It's really, really special. One of my favorite pieces of animation I've ever seen. But they've
Mhm.
been working together for years. And Lindsay Lewis is a dear friend of mine and of Moby's, and she's also an amazing animal activist, vegan, and an artist. And
Mhm.
she draws, she paints. She also does stand-up comedy. She just kind of, there's nothing, she's another multi hyphenate, much like Moby. And she's done a lot. She actually did a lot for Moby Doc, um,
Mhm.
that we put out last summer, also kind of in tandem with Reprise. Um, so yeah, she's they're both really, really special artists.
And tell me, who has chosen the tracks for
Oh,
the soundtrack?
Moby did all. When it comes to music, I'm just like, look, you're the one that knows about things like this, so you go and do that. Um, and he does. It was
Great
great.
job. Great
I
job.
passed off. Yeah, I passed off the film to him, and he gave it back, and I was like, no notes. This is good.
No,
um,
it's great. Good is not the right word. It's just great, and it's done by passionate people that
mhm,
care about the
mhm,
topic.
mhm.
I always say that it's not about the number of people in the crew. It's about being a team, being a real crew, and
Mhm.
care about the material. If you love the hero of your story or the topic, if you care about it, like truly, it's gonna it's going to be fantastic and people
Mm.
will feel it, everything you put into your work, it comes from the
Yeah.
bottom of your heart. And I want to say to our viewers that your film, Why I'm a Vegan, is so kind, such a touching story. And we don't have kind of films, out there, on TV, even if you watch Discovery channels, like, the animation, you see nice, characters, awesome character design. Yes, technically, it's done like on the highest level. Uh, Nickelodeon, I personally love animation, but I haven't seen something like your film that touches your heart and it's done like so beautifully, simple and at the same time genius, as my teacher used to say at the Academy of Theatre Arts, all genius things are simple, but not all the simple things are genius.
That's a good one. I like that one. And thank you for
Yes.
saying that. I think that, our because Moby and I, we run a production company together, and our main driving ethos is that it has to make the world better and kinder, because there's so much anger, and obviously there's plenty that I'm angry about and that Moby is angry about. But we want to find the most compassionate way to make the world feel a little bit softer. Um,
Hmm.
it's more of like a hate can't make people love, but love can make people love type of situation, with the work that we want to do, with our production company, which is called Little Walnuts.
Yes, I know.
And
I wanted to say that your film was produced by Little Walnuts. Such a
mm,
cool name of a production company, and you remember
mm.
it immediately. So you guys are angry about the amount of anger, right, in the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, that, and there's plenty to be upset about. I mean, it's a weird time that we're in. I
I
mean, we're in the
know.
middle of a pandemic and climate change and all of these things that are going on, and the amount of animals that are killed daily for human consumption, and the amount of deforestation that goes along with that, and pollution, and all of the things, and just the amount of, suffering that all of these animals experience on such a grand scale every single day is something that is heartbreaking and infuriating. And
And when he was reading actually like pollution, all these
yeah,
problems in the end of your film, I was like, oh my God, he can even make this a hit. You listen to it as a hit song. Like the way he pronounces it. It's so
mm-hmm.
beautiful. Even if the word and the meaning of the word is not beautiful, not it's sad. Still, like it sounds great. As everything he does and produces, it's just incredible. And I personally want to say that the fires in Australia killed so many beautiful animals. It was such a huge tragedy, and I
Heartbreaking.
dream to go to Australia and to hug a koala, my favorite animal. And I mean, I can't wait to go there, and I hope the borders will open,
Yeah.
soon for tourists, and my dream will come true. So I hear you guys, and I loved that episode, the moment when he found cat, and
Mhm.
I heard that tiny little meow.
I
It's so
know.
cute, the
I
way
know.
he did the voiceover.
That's my favorite
Absolutely
part of the
sweet.
story too.
Really?
The mew part. I love it so much. I quote it. I quote it all the time.
Yes, it's
Look,
like
a tiny mew.
he says something and you don't expect him to do it like meow.
I know. It shocks me every time. I think it's so funny and so adorable. Yeah.
Yes, when I was studying at the first course of Russian Academy of Theater Arts in Moscow, I played a role of a 65-year-old woman, of course, with age makeup, everything. And there was an episode with a cat in the play. And I did the sound of a cat behind, backstage, right? And I was like,
I hope you're about to do it. Do it again. Do it again.
meow, meow. And everybody thought that there was a real cat, backstage, or we at least like recorded, real cats meow, and then press play, right, and played it as like a playback music, right? And they're
Mhm.
like, "Where's the cat?" After the show, I'm like, "There was no cat, that's me doing the meow." And now, when I'm in Istanbul, it's a city of cats. Actually, cats are everywhere, and even they have T-shirts with a puma. Uh, Istanbul, specially made for Turkey. City of cats and puma cat and other cats. So cool. And I talk to cats and they understand me when I do that meow, and they respond to me at the breakfast, on the street everywhere. So it's pretty cool.
This is the best special skill I think I've ever heard. Ever. This is
Really?
great. I want to take you with me somewhere and just you make your cat sound and all the cats will come to us.
Yes.
And we'll just have
And
a cat party in Istanbul.
I mean, we should. We just must. Yeah.
I mean, we have to now.
Yes. And
I'll be on a plane tomorrow.
in Antalya, in Turkey as well, there is a place where homeless cats have houses. So they build small houses for each cat that doesn't have a house, right? And any cat can go there and sleep, and the food is there, everything is there. And there are homeless cats, but they solve the problem this way, and so beautiful. And the houses are so beautiful, different colors, different houses. Oh, very, very cute. I love that. So
Mm-hmm.
tell me, what's your favorite animation movie?
Oh, animate of all the animated films?
Yes.
Oh gosh, that is a big question. Um, I mean, I love the new, I mean, I hate to admit this because I feel like it's kind of basic, but I'm obsessed with the Frozen movies. I think that they're amazing. But obviously I love all of the, like I grew up with animation everywhere. All of my favorite shows were animation, obviously every Disney movie.
Mhm.
I mean, I was obsessed. I think animation is such a special art form because you can do anything. There is literally no limit. The only limit is yourself. But I also love that during the pandemic, animation has taken on a whole new life because
Mhm.
it was the safe way to do production was animation. And these artists are unbelievable what they're capable of. Moby and I are actually trying to develop an animated series right now that
Mhm.
we're taking out, that we're really excited about. Also based on the character that we used in this film. That's kind of the little alien
Mhm.
character.
Yes,
That
with a
that
big head and like
mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah, Moby's been drawing that character for like 35 years or something like that.
wow. Who
Um,
knew?
I know he's been drawing it for such a long time. I mean, when he signs something or like autographs something, he'll often draw that little character. And so he's been doing it for forever, and now it's kind of we're trying to help it take on a new life and evolve that character that
So
he's been
good luck
drawing.
with this incredible TV series project. It will be
Thank you.
fantastic. No, really, it's going to be incredible, and it will show your talent as a director and Moby's talent as a painter. Not just a artist in music, but artist. Meaning painter that
Hmm.
many people are not aware of. And
Yeah.
I want to mention that incredible actor Michael Chekhov, who was a teacher of Marilyn Monroe, also did awesome drawings.
Oh, I didn't
And
know that.
also, yes, and Fyodor Shalapin, the legendary Russian opera singer, uh, did a lot of sketches, and I have some with me here.
What?
Yes, he did like self-portraits like this.
Whoa.
Yes, and when he
That's
was
amazing.
backstage, like performing Boris Godunov, some tragedies, and in between his scenes, he was drawing like, self-portraits,
That's
very funny
amazing.
and hilarious. And I want to say that like
Wow.
true talents are talented in everything. And also, Nobel Prize winner Orhan Pamuk,
Shh. Sorry,
he is a great
there's activity
painter as
outside.
well. Hi there.
Sorry, this is
The
Bagel.
dog wants to be in the shot, right?
She really does. She's like, I
Hey,
have something to say.
yes, you
Hey,
have a
stop
lot
it.
to say.
Stop it. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's always interesting when you see different sides of outstanding person's talents, different
Yeah.
talents.
Yeah.
So, like, they're multifaceted.
Hmm. I feel like when you start evolving your skills as a person who creates, it's very easy once you've created that pathway to find other ways. I think the need to create never stops manifesting itself in all these different ways. So,
I, I agree with you, and I hate when someone says, okay, you should choose one. Either music, either films, right? Or like either pop music, either classical choir. And I was like, come on, I'm studying at the music school and I sing, in the choir, and I love it. And I also love singing like pop, jazz. So I loved, and I did both, and
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with this. It's but to limit yourself and your talent, and you learn more about everything, and it's only great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So you
I
should
think
never
so.
limit yourself. And you didn't in your short film because it's a
Yeah.
short, it's an animation, it's a documentary, and there are awesome exclusive pictures of
Hmm.
Moby in a childhood and
Yeah.
when he was a teenager adult, and it was the first time I saw him with long hair. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, awesome, hairstyle. I'm like, he's so different in every picture,
I
and
know.
probably it's the first time when his fans, can see these rare photo album of a family, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's so many. If you actually in the movie Moby Doc, which is available on most like streaming
Mm-hmm.
platforms, um, there's so many like video footage and all of that of Moby when he was kind of coming up in the music scene.
Mm-hmm. I see. So, you told us that you are working on a TV series. You're developing it for the
Developing one, yeah.
future. Yes. What
Hmm.
else are you working on at the moment?
We've got a lot of stuff that we're working on actually. For a little Walnut, we have where there's actually a couple documentaries that we're working on, both based on animal rights stuff. Like we have one that's based on the woman that runs the Rowdy Girl Sanctuary,
Mm-hmm.
which is um, it's a and she also runs the Rancher Advocacy Program. So that is a program that helps ranchers, cattle ranchers, or any sort of animal based farmer transition their business from animal like cruelty based business to a more
Mm-hmm.
compassionate business like growing vegetables or creating a sanctuary or anything like that. And this woman started that kind of coalition, this movement. So something about her, and then another documentary that we're working on about the Save movement. Um, so there's it's a movement where people will go and wait outside of slaughterhouses and
Mm-hmm.
hold vigil for the animals before they go in. So give them these animals are on these trucks for days at a time, and people will wait outside and give them kind of their last drink of water, their first one for many days, but their last one before they're killed, and kind of hold space for them before their death, which is usually when they're babies, like 6 months or a year old, very young. So it's about that movement and the people that started it and what keeps it going. It's kind of a global movement. So those two documentaries, and then a bunch of docu-series, a couple of music competitions, a few books, a graphic novel.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Don't
there's
stop.
a ton of stuff. So many different
Experiment.
things. Yeah.
Please do it in all formats. You're great at
Mm-hmm.
everything. And I also wanted to ask about your colleague, Bagel, who co-wrote the story with you and Moby. Is
Yes,
it
she's
the stage name? I've never seen a credit like that. Bagel.
well, this is Bagel. And
Oh,
she is very, very talented, in all the ways. I mean, she mostly offers moral support.
wow.
So it's a level of output unlike anything I've ever seen. Um, yeah, she's incredible, and she's by my side in everything I do, and she's Moby's best friend. So
And she
she's
was
always there
your
when we're working.
inspiration, right?
Yeah, I mean, she's a very special dog. She was rescued kind of on the brink of death, and now she's our best bud and goes everywhere. I'm actually in Michigan right now,
Wow.
shooting a movie. It's very, very snowy here, and Bagel's with me, hanging out,
Wow, Bagel.
doing her
Hey,
thing.
great job. I
Yeah,
loved
Bagel.
your work. I loved your script.
Yeah, you did a really good job writing that script.
Big, she knew that we are gonna talk about her. She kind of felt it
Yeah,
and came, in the shot, right?
she just like she kind of jumped the gun on her entrance, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a message from Lindy McCart, photographer. Hey, from north part of Sweden. Hey, Lindy,
Ooh,
hi.
it sounds very cold there. Is it very cold there, Lindy?
Yes, we
It's
have so
very
many
cold here.
people.
It's only 15 degrees. Hold on, I'll show you my outside right now. Oh, just so much
Wow,
snow. And
snow.
I live in Los Angeles, so I haven't seen snow like this. And Bagel has never seen it before. She's like, "Why does the ground hurt?"
My first winter, right? My first
Hmm.
real winter.
Yeah.
Awesome
Yeah.
view. Oh, I personally love spring and summer, but winter, even if my birthday is on December 5th, right? But I don't want it because it's in the winter. Like, no, I don't want to be in the winter. I'm not, used to this. I'll never get used to the winter. And I'm like, no, please. I'm like, snow! The word snow is like, snow! So we have another comment. We have more snow and northern lights from Lindsay. No doubt.
That sounds cool. The Northern Lights might make it worth it, actually.
Yes.
Where are you?
Awesome.
Where are you located? Where are you?
Me,
Yeah.
right now, I'm in Moscow, Russia, but I
Uh-huh.
work everywhere in the world, globally in New York, in Istanbul. So
Yeah.
also, I love working with outstanding people from different countries. And I think art is the format, and the genre that unites everyone, just like
Hmm.
sport. And it's incredible. And I mean, I can't wait to see your upcoming short and docu-series and animated TV series as well. I wish you best of luck and congrats on
Thanks.
selection. It's
Thank you so
absolutely
much.
a pleasure and an honor to have your outstanding short in the
Hmm.
program of New York Neil Gallery's fifth edition.
Thank you. It's very exciting for us to be a part of it, so thank you.
Bye. That was Lindsay Hicks, director
Bye.
and writer of the short film
And Bagel.
Why I'm a Vegan. Yes, vegan. Bagel, sorry. I forgot to mention
Never forget
you.
Bagel.
Bye.
All right, bye.